Hello there. I think it's about time we had the talk. You know the talk that everybody has around the first part of the year when it comes to your healthcare coverage. All right, so it can be complicated and it can be complex, and some of you could have some enlightening discoveries about your insurance that you did not know about before. So let me quickly, well, it's not going to be quick, but I'm going to try to break it down this complicated, complex subject, okay, called your insurance. Now, insurance, you have a lot of carriers, right? So your carrier may be Anthem or United Healthcare or UMR or Cigna or one of those big companies, okay? You could also have a smaller company that's your carrier, and so you need to investigate them also. But the big part is you have the big company and then you have the plan. So the plan is inside of this big company's setup, right? So you and your cousin could both have Anthem and they can have great coverage and your coverage could be terrible because it's about the plan. It's not necessarily about what you have going on, okay? So that's the first thing. Once you figured out what your plan is, you want to check for your deductible. So your deductible is the amount that you have to pay out of pocket before your insurance is actually going to kick in. So they'll kick in later, but after you've met the deductible. So if your deductible is 3,000 or 4,000 or 600, whatever it is, you might want to make sure you do. You want to make sure you know what that is, so you know what it is going to cost you before you can get into any of the other, any other programs or get with the provider. The thing that you have to keep in mind about this deductible, okay? So until you have paid up to that deductible, you are essentially paying whatever facility's price, whatever their fee is, you are paying that. Once you have reached their deductible, then it becomes an agreement between the three of you, you and the insurance company and the provider, if they are in network. So that's one little nuance. The other thing is you want to check and see if you have out of network benefits. If you have out of network benefits, there was probably a limit on that. So you want to find out what that is as well. All right, so I've given you a couple things so far. Find out what plan you're in. After you find out what plan you're in, find out about your deductible. After you found out your deductible, find out about your in-network and out-of-network benefits. Okay? In-network and out-of-network benefits. That way you know how much you have to spend or how much you have to utilize on either one of those. Okay? All right, so after you've done that, keep in mind there's a few other nuances with insurance plans. One is a copay. So if you have a copay, you might want to investigate and see what that copay is. Sometimes it's an amount, sometimes it's a percentage. You don't know. So it will be a percentage of what this fee would be for your regular agreed upon care for the in-network provider, or it may be a specific amount for an out-of-network provider. So that's something you have to figure out here to figure out who's paying what and when. Okay, so you may have that. The copay, however, if you have one, it may be a flat rate. You may want to check your copay because your copay may actually be more than that provider's fee, or it may be like almost the same as their fee, which would basically nullify your insurance with that provider anyway. Then the last thing that you want to look at is, do I have a maximum amount of visits? Is there a maximum on the number of visits I can have for a specific service? In my particular case, it's chiropractic. So would you look for a specific number of visits for chiropractic? Is a specific number of visits for, maybe you can get so many visits of massage. Maybe you can get so many visits with physical therapy. You want to make sure you know what you have, so at the end of the year, you don't get caught with all these, unallowed visits because you are expired or you ran out. So keep all those things in mind. There's tons of limitations on the, and there's tons of limitations with the insurance companies. But on the back of your card, you can call that 1-800 number and ask all those questions, or you can even have them email it or fax it to you so you can see it all. And that way you will know where you are. You also may want to keep in mind when you're checking for a provider, make sure they are involved in your plan, because some providers are involved with the insurance company, but they may not be involved with your plan. Your insurance coverage is a very high deductible. The provider, that if you're going to be a cash pay person, sometimes they have systems set up. They may have discount medical groups set up. They may have all sorts of things to help pay for your care without actually utilizing your insurance, because you probably won't spend $6,000 in care to reach your deductible, and so you would have a totally different situation. There's other options like there's the care credit, there's USA Lending. There's a ton of different people that help you out. So you want to keep all these things in mind when it comes to providing or to getting your care for whatever your situation, whether you're going to a chiropractor or a functional medicine practitioner or naturopath, acupuncturist, because there are tons of ways to get the help you need so you can get the health you desire. It's Dr. Jay Ware.